This is very good work, you guys. This is very good work. Have a seat. You can sit here. Come on in, you two, while we talk about this. So how did that feel? First of all, tell me what went right. Tell me what went right.
I felt like my stakes were higher. They could still be higher, but they were
definitely higher than last week.
Yeah.
Have a seat, Oliver, please, and don't distract.
But they were definitely higher.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yeah. You guys were clearly having fun, both
Yeah.
of you guys. You've made strong choices. You guys can watch them online. You did really nice work. You guys had a really nice relationship too that we absolutely bought. That I don't even know if you guys worked on as much, but it was there. So that was great. And your stakes were definitely higher. Mansoor, what do you want to add?
I think it's about the timing. I thought we have to be more fast.
Yes. That would be my #1 note to you guys.
Oh, okay.
If you're really auditioning for it, and where does it pick up? Like what happens where, and why? Because right now, it feels a little bit, the reason why it feels casual, the reason why your stakes are sort of stuck and not going higher, is because you're not desperately trying to win, so the pace doesn't immediately go further. If it's a cronut, gluten, bullshit, and you're like, no, you're so wrong, and words are spilling out of your mouths because you're trying to win, then all of a sudden the scene elevates, and all of a sudden your stakes go through the roof. And that is just really an adjustment. You guys are basically there. I would have you do the scene again, I would have you punch up jokes, I would have you do some stuff, but my purpose was to have you guys prepare and see what you guys did with this. Your pacing is definitely a little slow for this style of comedy.
Yeah.
And you will see it when you watch. And you will also see how they've figured out how many seconds this scene can be and how it's just kind of dragging. Now, you didn't have a classroom full of people to laugh or not laugh, right? You had me who was giggling the whole way through your damn tape. But the point is that you've got a lot of stuff that's working really, really well. Now, you guys have a lot of triplets in this, which is very much like multicam. You don't have to do a ba-dum-bum, stand, dance, apple, tampon, right? All this stuff with your third line, every 3 lines is a joke. Because it's still single cam and they're still dancing that line between what the style is of the show. But you have a lot of triplets. And you guys are mostly ignoring the triplets. So, do you guys know of any where you kind of let that go?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I didn't ignore them. I just didn't understand where they are. So.
Right. So let me point out a couple of really obvious ones. To me, maybe they're not obvious to other people. And other people would find different ones obvious. Like your first really big one where you have the whole triplet is I have buddies, I went to college, I was on the tetherball squad. So you have to do something different with I was on the tetherball squad than the other two. I have buddies, I went to college has to be the same because he's setting up a pattern. And then he has to break that pattern with I was on the tetherball squad. And you have to fail and then change the subject. In this scene, there's a lot of failing. I'm trying to win, I'm trying to prove I'm better than you. I'm failing. Okay, so now I'm going to grill you because I bet you, then I can prove I'm better. You guys do that a lot. He finally tells you you're a loser, go have fun, victory tour, ha ha ha, sucker, and you're like, Cardigan, I will get you, right? So those are switches because you're losing. There's a lot of losing, I'm losing, he's humiliating me, he's stomping on me and decimating me. So I'm gonna turn the tide on him, I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna get her right back the minute that you're in the hot seat. And I didn't see the switches as dramatically as you would normally see on a sitcom.
Okay.
I saw them really well for comedy, for filmic stuff that's comedy, that's supposed to be lovely and real and funny and chuckly and wonderful. I didn't really see this genre truly, really in your core, you guys.
Yeah.
But it was like getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there. You gotta get there quicker.
If we had class again next week, just a week from now, I'd say bring it in even one more time. It's that close to being flipping amazing for the genre. I kind of think you guys should hang on to it and maybe do it one more time the week after. Especially if we have classes that Wednesday. Don't work on it like crazy because you've worked on it. You've done the work on it. But just, just kind of keep in mind, okay, can I find some triplets? Can I see if I can execute a couple of jokes? Can I see if I pick up my pace, what happens? As an experiment to yourself. Now, I could direct the scene right now and adjust you in a couple of these moments, and I know you would feel it. But I kind of want you to settle in the work that you did that was great and to celebrate what was great about it, but know about these things and just kind of let that percolate for another week or two. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. So like Tetherball Squad would be a triplet, right?
Yeah.
It's a women's group thing, women's group, for busy professionals on the go.
Yeah.
Those are 3 things that are the same, but that for busy professionals on the go has to be something either weird or totally, you're trying to make it totally normal.
Okay.
And then it sounds kind of lesbianish, right?
Yeah.
Now, you've got another one. It's a women's adventure group, okay? It's called Victory Tours. Now this is an elongated triplet right here. So what, I don't know if you guys know this stuff, tell me to shut up. But if you know these terms, great. There's a couple of sitcom books that you should read if you don't. But like she says, it's an adventure group, okay? It's called Victory Tours. It's been around a really, really long time. Victory Tours. Their model we put the V in adventure.
Yeah.
So she's either really trying to prove her point, or she does something a little bit different, or it's this something. Sometimes it's walking, slip on a banana peel. It's something happens to change your setup, joke, setup, joke, whatever. Sometimes your triplets get a little bit more complicated, but these are like the very kind of standard ones you see on sitcom. When you watch a TV show this week, especially because you don't have me next week, when you watch a TV show this week, whether it's single cam or multicam, watch where you laugh. Did we talk about this already? Did I give you this homework? If not, even if you didn't do it now. Watch where you laugh and then rewind it and try to figure out how long they took setting up that joke and what they physically did that was different in order to then change it on the punchline. So if you see, they're laughing, it's a laugh track, or you're just laughing because it's funny, it's Modern Family, it's something even without a laugh track. Okay, that's the joke. Watch Friends, watch something where it's really, really obvious, or Seinfeld, right? And if you want, we can get more into types of triplets and stuff like that, but it's the whole other class. It's like,
yeah. I mean, I've never booked a multicam.
Yeah, it's like math. It's like complicated math that's happening in these sitcoms. If you really watch them and watch the chemistry of the jokes, we don't care if it's good acting or not to laugh. All we care about is that they set up a pattern and they break it. It's a separate skill than being a good actor. And a lot of good actors don't know how to do multicam because it's this thing. And some actors get it intrinsically, and some are just really smart and they see the math of it and the science of it. You know what I mean? But it's really, really technical. Really technical. It's set a pattern, solidify the pattern, break the pattern over and over and over again every 6 seconds. So notice it, right? Sometimes people do it with loud, quiet, slow, high, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I hate you. And we laugh. It has nothing to do with whether they're good or not, right? Right? It's like, please don't leave me. And we laugh. It's Everybody Loves Raymond. It's he and his wife. And we think it's so hilarious. It's not even funny. It has nothing to do with funny. It just has to do with breaking patterns. And we know that they're going to break the pattern, and we see it and we laugh anyway because we just are pattern driven. So look for these triplets in your scripts. Look for them when you're watching TV. Look for the joke and then try to figure out how the setup was. Sometimes it's a callback, and it's a triplet that you'll see 3 different times, the same triplet in the same show. And they'll do it the same way each time, and then the 3rd time they'll break that pattern, right? And that's like a triple triplet.
Yeah.
You see that a lot on the really, really traditional shows. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you for now. But look at the different ways that they execute the jokes. I just see what you notice. We'll do like show and tell at the beginning of class in 2 weeks. Let me just see if there's any others.
It's a donut slash croissant, it's delicious.
Yes, it's a donut, it's a slash croissant, it's delicious. You have to do something with it, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter what, and you can experiment, but that's it, triplets
Okay.
for sure, right? You have your whipped by a girl who hates gluten but likes everything else that sucks. Andrew, she's pretentious. She says Budapest. That's the correct pronunciation. That could be a triplet. Or you can set this up like it's multiple triplets right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because really it gets to, you don't even know her. That's where you give up on
Yeah.
all of the triplet, and then it becomes real. And I like your choice, Mansoura, of you almost sending a mixed signal of coming on to him. But I really think that that's motivated by how much you care about him. Like, I know you, you're better than this girl, she's so mean to you, why are you with her, I care about you. I think you can motivate it without feeling weird to you because you care so much about him like your best friend. And even if you take him by the arms and you do all the stuff that you played around with in class, if it doesn't feel real to you, look at that. If you feel like you're manipulating him or tricking him or doing any of that stuff, I think the choice gets muddy. I saw you trying to make sure that he got the wrong signal. But I didn't see really where it was coming from inside. I told you to do that, and you knew it would be a good setup for the jokes that followed, but I didn't really see it motivated out of an earnest, caring about him. So if you do the scene again at some point, I would play around with that and see if you can do it from a really organic place of love about him, and then see if he can still misread those signals. Make sense, you guys? Does that give you enough to work on?
Absolutely.
This is very good work, you guys. The work is solid. I'm picking these moments apart because I just want you to be aware of, if you had gone in and you had auditioned like this, they would say, oh wow, they're really good, but I don't know that you would get a call.
Yeah, no.
But it would be solid, and you might.
Maybe ask back to something else.
But you might get a call back on this, I don't know. But I wouldn't go holy crap, if they are remotely right for this, they're definitely getting a call back.
Yeah.
That's where you are in the regular LA normal playing field. You're like, oh, they're solid actors. Oh, they did a really nice job. It's in the ether as to whether or not they'd be obsessed with you now.
Right.
And I would love for you to walk in and they'd be obsessed with you. So then what does it take to kind of push to the next level? And how do you find it instead of me just directing it in the scene and us playing and us figuring it out, and in 8 weeks it's amazing, but I want you to be able to keep developing this skill set so that your script analysis for yourself is fantastic. And I think for both of you, you're really ready to be studying these triplets because both of you are really funny. Yeah, get out of here, Ben.
All right.
Go see your wife. Go pick up your bride. Yes, my love.
The book for sitcom.
There's a whole crap.
But there are really a lot of books. Do you know the specific book that explain really good?
Yeah, let me think about, I can't think of any offhand. I would go to the library and look at a bunch, don't buy them or order a
I
bunch.
did, but I find a lot of books.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I took all of them, but I don't know
You what? Library what?
Sorry, there's a joker in the last 5 minutes of the library, so I'll just repeat.
On Sunset Boulevard, no, it's called.
Samuel French. Workshop. It's
Sorry,
good too.
anyway, I'm sorry, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank
No
you.
worries.
Thank
Get
you.
out.
Thank you.
Yeah, celebrate the work.
Okay.
Know
I'll do that.
Know that this is not when I tell you these things, it's because the work was very solid and you
Okay,
had
good.
wonderful stuff that you guys found.
Okay, good.
Otherwise, I would just work on a couple little things and we'd move on.
Right.
I'm telling you all of this stuff because I know that you guys are there now. The work was really, really solid, and you guys bring so much of your authentic, wonderful selves to it. You found so much great stuff. I'm super excited
Yes.
about the work that
Super
you just
duper.
did.
All
right, you
see
two.
guys.
Up, Amy, up, Olivier. I'm just kidding, they're all over here.
Ouch, I love that.
If you need the couch moved, you can. The stage is this way because the camera is this way.
Okay.
So don't play to these seats, play to this direction. So if you need to adjust anything, you can. Now, Mansoura, you'd be up next. You choose what you want to do.
Would you like to turn this over or you're good?
So because the seats are this way, you should move the couch so that you're imagining you're playing this way. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
If you're at all going to be sitting on this couch,
No.
I will not be able to see you on camera.
no, you can see me now?
I see this corner of you.
Yeah, well, if I sit like that,
But what about Amy if she sits next to you?
well, I can still sit like
So
that.
can you turn the couch?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. So if somebody says play in this area, what they're saying is ignore the people, and if the film and TV camera is this way, adjust what you need in the scene
Yeah.
so that move it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to be-
So because you really, yeah, that's perfect. This is this 90-degree angle right here to here. You always want to be in between the camera. Like normally a camera would have two legs pointed towards you. You want to be in the middle of the two legs even. When you're auditioning, that's where you would place yourself. If you're doing a scene for, say, you've got an agent meeting, right? Say an agent says, okay, grab a scene partner and come in and do 2 contrasting scenes. If the agents were sitting right here and they have a camera on and you didn't turn the couch, they would immediately not sign you. Because they'd be like, what the fuck, man? That's what they would say. Immediately, like, what? Who's over there? We're over here. What the F? This is LA. They're just rude. And they have low tolerance for any of that stuff. So that's why I say, from the first moment, make sure that you know you're playing space. You walk in the room, you identify it, and you do what you need to do to make the space work for you. Here we go.